One day, he went to his house. There, he found a boy named Ruben, who didn't like nature.
Being teach him in the forest how animals live, and the beauty that nature is. He planned the love. Sorry, it's in Spanish, so we have to do the translation.
No, I get it.
He planned the love in all the creatures that grew in Ruben's heart. When Ruben grew up, he planned a forest in honor of Dingy, and now that forest is a botanic garden. Bird visitor. The end.
We have copyright infringement. Can you show me? Yeah. The black sheep of the herd. The black sheep was excluded from the rest of from the group of the sheep because of her color. But one day, she saved the leader of the herd. Even then, everyone noticed that the color of her skin was not important. I think fur. And the sheep lived happy and free together, living as friends in the herd without prejudice. Thank you. The next group, Rena.
So the title of our book is The Home of the Jungle. Once upon a time, Renata the zebra wanted to drink water, but there wasn't any water. The next day, Adrian the monkey wanted to climb a tree, but there weren't any trees. The next day, Natalie the parrot wanted to fly, but the air was too contaminated to see. All the animals realized that those things happened because they did not take care of their home. So they came together and promised that they had to take care of it and make a chief. Okay.
And the last group, almost done.
Can you come here and just tell the story if you didn't finish?
Yeah, sure, right.
No, she said I can tell the story without. Então termina a história.
Tá pronta, vem cá.
Tá pronta.
Tá pronta, sim.
Okay. We made a story like a version of the Three Pigs, but with fishes. So the three little fishes. it's not even in the order. But yeah, that was once three little fishes. Remo, Umta, and Tony. They lived happy in the ocean, but they needed a home. So one day, each one made their own. Okay. The first one made a not so good home made with rocks, but it wasn't stable. The second one got to live in the coral. And the third one made a home in a anemone. The place where Nemo lived. And then one day, a shark appeared, and he was, I'm gonna eat you, to the first little fish that lived in the rock house. And he said, no, don't eat me. And he was like, oh well, I'm gonna eat you, so get out of your house. And he was like, no. And then he ran away to the other little fish house. But the shark was too big, so he was like, okay, get out of the house. And then they were like, no, so they could run away again. And they were at an anemone with the third fish. I'm laughing.
As you can see, writing a children's book isn't easy.
No.
It takes a lot of time to do so. And also you have to see, when we wrote this book that we donated to the children, I think we actually had to be very careful. First of all, we did not know about any of the backgrounds of these children. So, for instance, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to tell you a story that happened to me. I was reading this book to a kid. The book was about a family. There was a family, a happy family, and they did something together. But the kid started to cry, and he was sad, and then I didn't understand why. The problem was that he didn't have any mom or dad. So these are the things you have to be careful, because you actually didn't know what was happening with the kid's life. So it was kind of sad to see him cry, and at the same time, because I didn't know, I thought it was going to be something.
Yeah, and we were supposed to make them happy.
Yeah.
So, okay, so.
Also, you need to be careful writing long sentences.
Yeah, we needed to be very careful with the vocabulary that we use. Because if we use complex vocabulary, the kids wouldn't be able to understand. So they would just start to ask a lot of questions, and they wouldn't actually pay attention to the story. And one more thing that's important to point out, as Nicolas said, that we did not, for instance, we wrote books, instead of using people, we used animals, as most groups did. Because as an experience, we can say that in order to do this, we had to listen to children's songs, we had to reread or childhood books and stuff, so we could actually make a good job and actually make these children happy.
In order to execute our project, we did a plan, where the first thing we want to do is have a school to work with. So our school works with Jose Primary School, and then we plan to make an interview to talk with the teachers and see what kind of and also about the materials. For example, they like the bright colors and textures, and then the next step was to create the book and finally give them to the children. So when we did the project, we made a bit. We finished the project. Well, actually, the leader of this project did a visit to the school, and she talked with the teachers, and then with that, we knew that these kids, some of them didn't have a dad or a mom, so we had to be careful. And then we talked with the children, and they told us they wanted books about fairy tales, movies, cars, dinosaurs, and stuff. And so with that information, we elaborated our books, and with recycled materials and the things they like. And then we went to the school, and there's a whole story behind this. Because when we finished our books, we were all really excited. We were like anxious to read the books. And when we arrived to the school, all the kids ran to us and hugged us, and they were really
grateful because they knew the cool thing about us is that they knew we were coming to their school, and they knew what we were coming for. So when we got there, it was really, really nice because we felt very, very welcomed. And as we read the books to them, you could see how happy we made them, which was a very satisfying.
And after we read them the books, we spent a lot of time with them. We played, and another time we asked them what they would like for the next time. And they told us they basically need decorative materials, so the next time we returned with origami, with puzzles, and stuff.
Yeah, all of it was for the sake of their education. And later on, since we've been working with the school for the past, this is going to be like our 5th year working with them. So this year we actually came to the school and we painted a wall. And in this wall we put learning is fun. And we hope that this can go to the and we're hoping that this is motivating them to keep on learning and to keep on educating themselves, because it would be for their future, so they can just become better people as they go. Thank you so much.